Wines and Collectibles, and today, we're going to be bottling some Chardonnay here. We already got some sanitized bottles. We already kind of got started here, but if you come on over here to the big fancy sink here, we're going to just put a little sanitizer in here. This is a pretty slick little thing here. It just kind of measures it off. Or not. There it goes. Yeah. I don't have anything in here.
Yep.
Okay, now we got the sanitizer, and it doesn't take very much of this stuff. It gets real soapy, real soapy real quick. And it only has to soak for a minute or so, so it's not so bad. Alright, we'll get back to you and show you. Well, now we're at the bottle washing department, and actually, this one's pretty nasty. So we're inspecting mold. This one looks pretty good. It's pretty dusty on the outside, so I took a couple bottles. Got this fancy tool here, I highly recommend it. It's all pressurized up, shoots a nice hot jet of water in it. And the water coming out, I just kind of rinse the dust from the other bottles. If I was really on my game, I would have had these bottles in an airtight container in the garage, but I have to do this for years, and a little dust gives the wine a little bit of flavor, I feel. So, we rinse it out. These are pretty good. Then we do the bottle inspection. And inspector number 3 says that's pretty good. And inspector number 3 says that's pretty good. So now that they're rinsed out of all the flavorful dust from the garage, we're going to put it in our sink here. And this stuff doesn't have to soak very long, about a minute on this sanitizer. Doesn't have to be filled up, just about a minute. It doesn't even really have to be dry in here. But that's the process we're at. If you pay attention to the right, those are the finished bottles. We're going to probably do about 27 bottles. Once in a while we break a bottle, so it's kind of nice to have at least an extra one. So that's it for right now. We're going to get caught up in all the bottles, and next we'll be siphoning from the carboy into the bottle. All right. Okay, we're back. Project, all this Chardonnay in here, about 5 or so gallons, it's got to jump into those bottles. And how's that trick going to perform? We have a parlor trick called a siphon hose. And this has a little, a stop thing on here, so we fill the bottles up here. So that's our next step here, and we're going to get filling these bottles up here. So I just want to show you before we get started what that looks like. Okay. Ooh, we can also show what's inside. Oh, hermetically sealed. It looks like an old painting bucket, but it's not. It's a food grade bucket. Oh, that smells good. Oh my God. We're filling bottles of wine here, Chardonnay, and I'm sitting on my favorite stool here, my whining stool. It's an uncompromising position, but it's the only way to really make this work. And you have to pay attention so you don't overfill the bottle like I just did here. So we're multitasking over here. But it's a great little tool here. It has a built-in stopper. Otherwise, you're pinching the hose. We did that one time, and it was a big disaster. We had wine all over the place, so that didn't work out so good. We have about 25 bottles here to do. It's a little mundane process, but it's got to get done. And the headlamp, because the glass is so dark, you can't see sometimes a lot when you're getting near the top of the, so you don't overflow it like I just did on that last bottle there. So we'll get back to when we get these bottles all done, and I'm spilling wine again. All right, we'll get back to you. Parlor trick. I'm going to take this big old cork, and somehow it's going to stick in that little tiny hole. How am I going to do that? With my fancy corker here. We just take the cork. It looks like it'll never work in here. I kind of shove it in here. This thing's adjustable on here. The cork's not going in all the way or too far. So put a little adhesive on here because I found that this tends to slide on the neck of the bottle. So we got it all set away here. It's a good exercise to get started, and the trick is to be nice and level in front over it. And just firm, gently push down. I've only broken maybe 1 or 2 bottles during this process here, so I've gotten pretty good. And the result, you want to have about 2 fingers. I got fat fingers, so it's about 1.5 fingers. So that's so far my parlor trick. The rest of these bottles got to get done, and as soon as we get,
Here, Kate.
I need a bottle, thanks.
I was gonna have you happy morning.
All right, you're rolling.
Well, welcome back to Keith's Wines and Collectibles, the wrap up on bottling Chardonnay, 26 bottles. I didn't break any. I'm pretty happy with that. The tool worked fantastic. And the best part is, cheers and good night, everybody. Just delicious. This will be really good in about 3 months. And good night.